Oh god. Alright, let's get out of here.
Whew, baby. I've got to show you guys something that is pretty gnarly. And we're gonna need this. We're gonna need a jack stand just for some safety. Alright, let's get this thing off the ground. It's kind of loud. That should be good enough. So, as I was underneath my car, changing the oil the other day, this tire looks pretty good from the outside. There's really not any problems with it. Sidewall looks good. There's plenty of tread left on it. It's probably pretty hard for you guys to see underneath here, but there are some big cracks in my sidewall. One runs right along here, there's another one here, another one here, and they're not just little cracks. This thing is dry rotted pretty bad. There's a huge one on the other side. I'll hurry and show you, see if you can maybe see that one. You should be able to see this one because it's huge. Look at that freaking thing. Can you see that? Right along here. That thing is huge. Now why that's concerning to me is the other day I was doing some higher speeds. I'm not gonna say exactly what they were. When tires are spinning that fast, they're under a lot of stress. And with cracks that bad, those suckers could have blown up at any time. And your front tires exploding on the freeway and losing control of your steering is a bad deal. There's one thing I can guarantee is that this problem is never gonna happen again. Tires on this car, while it's in my hands, are not ever gonna have to get replaced because they're old. They're gonna be worn out. So I told you guys that my next mod was gonna be a sticky one, and here it is. They are Nitto NT05 235 4017s. And you might be thinking, with a tire tread like this, they'd be great tires for the back in a rear-wheel drive car. But these tires aren't going on the back, they're going on the front. You might be thinking to yourself, with tires like these, it only makes sense to put them on the front if the car is front-wheel drive. Well, is my e36 M3 front-wheel drive? No, it's not. But here's my thinking. These cars come stock with 8.5-inch wheels in the back and 7.5-inch wheels in the front, which, because the tire's wider in the back and skinnier in the front, it creates more understeer. And when you do the type of driving that I like to do, I don't want understeer. So now I'm gonna run down to Discount Tire, get these babies put on. I'll drive it a little bit and give you guys some impressions and see if my little theory worked. Well, today is a good day. We got these new tires on, and I must say that they have a lot of beef to them. They're super meaty looking. I've known that Nittos run a little bit bigger than most other manufacturers. I have had Nittos before and noticed that they run about a size larger, at least in the way that they look. The whole goal of me getting these things, these new tires, these Nittos, was to hopefully help get rid of understeer by adding more grip in the front than there is in the back. I'm pretty excited because we are about to go to my #1 favorite canyon for tight to kind of mid-speed corners. I'm gonna be taking a lot of tight turns, I'm gonna be taking them fast, and I'm really gonna be testing these things to see if they help get rid of the understeer on this car and just how much grip they're gonna have. So what do you say we get rolling? But before we can go there, I need some petrol. Not too bad. So down over in between there's where we drove last time, and today we're going to be driving right over there. I have to say that I feel blessed that I live in a place where it's just a few minutes away, a short drive to get to some sweet canyons like this where I can go for some rips. Little parking lot kind of just before we head in. We have a full tank of gas, some new tires, my camera bag is all strapped in so it doesn't fly around everywhere, And we're off. Shutting it down. Holy, it's wet. We made it to the top, and now we're about to head down. You got to be careful on roads like this because they throw a lot of dirt and crap on the road so that there's more traction in the snow, and it makes the roads kind of slippery. And there's a few spots where the snow melts onto the road and makes it wet, and they hide around corners, so you really got to be on your game. We're almost at the bottom here. I'm gonna take it down a few notches and let this sucker cool down for the way back. We're gonna pull into this church for a minute, chill out, and just take a second to appreciate this awesome place that we're in. Back to it. That was a lot of fun. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys the impressions of what I think about these tires and the setup that I have when towards the end of the episode when we start to wrap things up. A buddy of mine has a 2016 STI and he's installing some BC Street Sport coilovers, and what better time for us to go check out some coilovers than the episode after I talk about how much I like them. So we're gonna head over to his house. He has a lift in his garage and check out the coilover install on his STI. All right, we just got the coilovers on and the exhaust is finished. We're gonna start it up for the first time. Here we go, NVIDIA catback exhaust. Here's the coilovers, the BC Street Sports, the gold tops. And there's this little knob up here that you twist to the right to tighten the dampening, and to the left to soften it up. I think they're 32-way adjustable, and it has these bolts for the camber plates, so you can give some negative camber or positive, whatever you need to do. That sits pretty good. It's even on the front and the back. I hopped in so you guys can hear what this thing sounds like from the inside now. It's got the nice real leather seats. I really like these things. Anyways, listen up. Sounds pretty good. All right, we've got Carter in the car. I'm gonna take him for some rips in this parking lot. I'm gonna set this camera down, have some fun, and then we gotta hurry and take off. So here we go. You ready to go? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. All right. Hopefully no one's around behind us. Holy cow. Oh my gosh.
Oh god. Alright, let's get out of here.
It's time to go. Okay, should be good. We just dropped Carter off. It still smells like burnt rubber in here. Anyways, that was probably the most drifting I've ever done at one time in a parking lot since I bought this car. There's the evidence of a good time right here. All this rubber. So about the Nittos that I had put on the front, between the driving that I've done in this last day, I can tell that I really like them. There's a ton of grip on them. They stick really well, and I definitely do not get understeer in places that I used to, especially like slow corners when I'm starting to come out of them on the gas. I used to get understeer on those, but now it really sticks. I'm pretty dang satisfied with it. There's a lot of cornering grip. As far as with it, they look. I love meaty looking tires, which is kind of the opposite of stretch. Now before we end today's video, I do want to give a little shout out to someone who's been commenting, and that is to you, Feito Puzzo. I believe I'm saying your name right. If I'm not, sorry bro. But whenever I do installs, I try to give kind of a reader's digest of the information as far as the details and stuff goes. But if I ever don't say something that you're curious about, feel free, just like he did, to ask me in the comments and I will get back to you with those details if you're interested. Anyways, thanks for commenting, bro. Keep it coming. If you want to see more driving and the kind of stuff that we did today, go ahead and give me a thumbs up to let me know. And if this is your first time, head over to the channel. As always, welcome. And you can click the logo up here to subscribe. And if you want to see more driving like we do here on Treats on the Streets, go ahead and click these videos here, and I will see you guys next time.